So this is riding past that which you're seeing. So think of the Romans. They would, they had all these big amphitheaters and all these big arenas, and they would do all these things in. And that was keeping people occupied. So we have been occupied by a lot of distractions throughout our lives. So a lot of things could happen under the surface. But now we're saying, now you see this new energy? So how many distractions were taken away this last year? Think about how many distractions were taken away so people had time to go back to do the research of what's under the surface. And that is what we are going through. We are going through that research to see what was under the surface because we're not afraid. So before thousands of years, we've been under a fear aspect. But now, this new energy, this is all about recognizing the fear, going into that darkness and going, you know what? It's not so scary. It's just got to be taken care of. It's just got to be moved through. So February is going to be understanding what's there, getting a deeper understanding of it, and being able to move through it. It's still going to be chaotic. There's still going to be a lot of things coming to the surface. But it's being able to step above it, to rise above it, and go through what is being shown to us. So there's a lot of things in the government that they've been hiding. A lot of things that a lot of people have their fingers in the cookie jar, let's just say. And when people are having cookies all the time, they get kind of upset when you take the cookies away. That's what's happening. We're taking the cookies away. So remember, as we're taking the cookies away, we have to watch it, just see it being taken away, and know that we, as humanity, are doing that for a reason. Because as we take the cookies out of the cookie jar, and you get rid of those cookies that so many people are having, that then allows all of us to be on an equal playing field. Will there be people to help move things along in government the way it needs to be? You bet. But it's going to be done in a way coming up, and this is going to take some time here, but it is going to be done in a way to help all of us as people, as a humanity, what's best to help all of us be the best individuals we possibly can. That's what's coming up in 2021 and beyond. So that's why I'm very excited, because I can see so many changes coming up, and the government is going to be changing, and our intuition is coming online more and more. There's children being born now, there's everything in between. Intuition is going to be almost put on a hyperdrive. Because of that, now there's some people that can kind of read people where they're kind of like, I don't care for that person, or I think that person would be really good. Coming up in the future, as we find government officials and people who want to work with this, it's going to be people going, let's use our intuition to see if they're going to be really good for us or not so good. And it's bringing that intuition online to create and pick people in our government. And our government, believe it or not this year so much, just saying not this year so much, but believe it or not, in the future, our government is actually going to be working together instead of apart. So think of that possibility. For what's better for us, what's better for children, what's better for older people, what's better for us as a collective society. How cool is that? So, in January, February, March, in March I got this card here, which to me this is showing, so you ladies and gents, is like a socialist society. Not really. So a socialist society is everything's taken care of, and some things will be in a way, but this is more being okay with people doing their own thing and finding ways to make a lot of the people happy versus only a few people happy, or doing things for just a few people. So this is, a lot of the socialists is still, you have to do certain things. There's a lot of rules that are attached to that. You can only do certain things this time, this time, this time. This is only allowed here. This is more of a free floating. So this isn't anything that's really on the charts yet. It's a whole new melding of different ideas coming together. This is the ability to think outside the box, to bring new ideas, to change a lot of the things in society, but doing it in a way where you're not holding other people back. So this is new uncharted territory. This is a melding of different aspects of governmental societies that we already have. It's a melding of a lot of them and adding in new ideas to it. So this is completely new. And with that, this one here is all about letting things move forward, letting things it's kind of like when you're holding something heavy, and this is showing the fish still going above it. It's swimming easily past things that had held us back before, and we can easily move bigger objects. So think about this as we go forward. One of the things this is also bringing up to me is they're showing that in between March and June is what they are kind of showing me in here. And this could fluctuate a little bit. They're saying in this aspect of time that we are going to be exposed to other aspects that are not so pretty, that have been happening with humanity, not only in this country, but in other countries. So with that, what I want to bring with that is, I'm not one to sugarcoat things. So what this is this is bringing up the sex trades. This is bringing up slavery, sex slavery, slavery in different areas of the world, human trafficking. This is all of that type of thing is going to be coming to the surface. And we're going to see things, hear things that we are going to probably going to make us sit back and go, how in the world could something that huge have been going on right underneath our noses? It might rock some of us just on the understanding of how big it really is. And this is something that they wanted me to bring up. I didn't have it on my first go through. They wanted me to put it on this one, so that's why they changed what they wanted me to talk about today. So this is understanding there is some big atrocities that have happened with people in our world. But this is not about going into victimhood with it. This is understanding that we all played a role in this, all of us. We created this world and created those aspects of it also, the good, the bad. So one thing that kind of took me a little bit was people create their own world, and this was part of that creation. But by looking at it, so they're taking me back to that first one, by seeing it and not being afraid to look at it anymore, and not being one to keep pushing it in the shadows to not be dealt with. This is all about dealing with that aspect. So we are going to see a lot of that. We are going to see, and this isn't like a couple hundred people or tens of people. This is thousands and tens of thousands of people, from what I've been told, that are in these aspects, are in these human trafficking areas, and they're being used almost like farm animals, and that's the way it is. But what they want us to know, hello Cora, good to see you, and what they want us to know about this is they want us to see it. They want us to bring it to the surface so we can help, but not help in just like, oh, poor people. No, it's help in saying, you know what, you've been through a lot, but it doesn't have to define you. And that's part of what this year is about too. Anything in the past does not define who we are going forward, because everything in the past is gone. You can't change it. You can only change what's going forward. And that's exactly where we're at. We're changing everything going forward. So to have things set up to help the people come through those aspects. to get them readjusted to society, to show them with love, heart love, that that does not define them and they can change too. So that is coming up in this year too. So be prepared for it, but don't look at it as, oh my gosh, it's terrible. It is terrible, but let's just say it's not. It would be even more terrible if we wouldn't finally bring it to the surface to expose it and stop it. That would be the atrocity. So you get to choose. Do you want it to keep in the shadows and not look at it? Or do you want to look at it and move yourself forward? I myself want to look at it, bring it to the surface, and let's change it, because this is all about change. Also, the year 2021, adding all the numbers together, equals a number 5. 5 is all about finding balance in our lives. And 5 also means in order to find balance, you've got to change crap that doesn't fit you anymore. And that's what we're doing. And all the stuff with the people coming forward, that doesn't fit the society we're going forward to. All the stuff with government doesn't fit society going forward. So that is all changing in massive ways. January, February, March, April. This is all about wishing wisely. So as you're seeing all those things, as your things are coming up to us during this time, and it's going to be more. There's also medicine, and I think they want me to bring that up a little bit later. They want me to bring that up a little bit later about more of the medicine. So this is learning, understanding what you really want in life. What do you want for yourself? What do you want for the next generation? And what do you want for society and humanity as a whole? So think about the changes you want. Do you want people to be stifled? I don't. Do you want people to be held down? Do you want new innovations to be stifled? I don't. So in order to do that, we've got to be able to let people be their own person, to let people think out of the box. There's going to be new inventions coming up that is also dealing with fresh water. Yep, fresh water. So this is one of the things they're dealing with, fresh water. So they're saying there's new inventions coming up with fresh water that will help society as a whole. That we can work with everything we have here on Earth. Earth is providing everything we need. This is us finding ways to turn it and bring it more into focus. And that will help us handle the fresh water crisis that has been happening worldwide. So there's so many areas of the world that are having water crises, fresh water. This is something that's going to be coming online more and more as we go forward. And in this, so they're saying, I got to keep track of the months, January, February, March. So they're saying in April that there's more coming online with the fresh water. So there's more coming online where people have come across something, because right now we can create fresh water with desalination and doing all that. This is going to be something different. This is going to be using the getting fresh water in new ways with new energy. So this is also part of that new energy they're saying. This is part of that new energy that's going to be coming through to change how we do it, because right now it takes a lot of energy, a lot of expense to get fresh water out of salt water. But that's going to be changing, because there are people right now working on it, and they're going to be making some major breakthroughs partway through this year. You're going to see that. And this is May. So May is all about purity. It's all about looking back, understanding what we've been through, understanding what has been exposed to us with the government, with the media. And they're going to bring me a little bit into the medical, but they want me to do it more in June. So I'm going to do that more in the June one. So this is understanding and balancing yourself. So this is going to be, they're telling me this is all about balancing yourself. As you've seen that, as a lot of different aspects have been exposed to you, sometimes it can send people in a little bit of a tailspin. And with that, they want you to know to keep centering, Send yourself heart love energy. Bring that energy from the divine through you to watch that heart love energy, because you're going to need it to help balance yourself out as we go forward. Because this is, as I said, it's a change, it's different, and you're going to see things when they're going to bring me a little bit into the medical on May. So May into June, so I'm going to kind of put these together, and June is all about protection. So what this is they want you to know you are protected by the divine. The divine is only showing you things so you can work through them, so you can understand them. And that is what we're here to do. So in May and June, there's going to be some things coming out dealing with the medical field. And this is in the medical field in the fact of what we are looking at now as far as diseases. So what they're using to help with the cancers, I'm trying to think of all the different diseases they're kind of bringing up with diabetes and cancers and a lot of different diseases that are out there and how we've been treating them in the past. This is realizing that there's a lot of great doctors and nurses out there, and they've been doing awesome, but they've been doing awesome with what they've been given and what they've been told. And this is understanding that they are sending their protection for our own hearts at this time to realize that some of the things that have been kept from us are things dealing with the medical field and with understanding that there have been other alternative ways to help heal people and to help bring things forward. That as we look at up and up and up, this is an upper, higher layer. They're saying that layer is going to start being exposed for what it was, that things were held back from us because it was money on the very top. It was money and a little bit of experimentation. So that may sound kind of harsh, but I'm not a sugarcoater. This is seeing the dark side so it can be exposed so it doesn't happen again. Because how can you keep something out of your society from happening again? You have to see it. You have to talk about it. You have to bring it to the surface. And that's what's going to be happening. So there's things in medicine that will be exposed coming forward. And it may be a little disheartening to us as humans to realize how much was held back. And like I said, not from the general public and the nurses and doctors and everybody who's really trying to help. So many of those are doing everything they can and doing everything they can to help with that. What this is about is higher up, that the information was never even given to doctors and nurses to be able to use in their practices today. So that is what this is about. So this is about exposing that. So in order to heal things and in order to bring things through the surface, you have to look at them. You have to talk about them. We talk about when things are bothering people, not to bottle them up and to go talk to a counselor and get it out in the open so it can be brought to that light and talked about and worked through. That's what we're happening in 2021. So the first half of 2021 is going to kind of put you on a roller coaster. Hey, Christine ZEH, good to see you. Or Christian, good to see you. And I just wanted to let you know that is coming online for us to examine. So the first half of the year, it's going to be exposing some deep, dark secrets that have been out there. And that's one of the things that needs to be examined and brought to the surface in order for it to heal, in order for it not to happen again. So that's part of what that we're here for. And that, I gotta watch my time here. So remember, the first quarter is gonna be pretty tumultuous. The second quarter, we're gonna work our way through, we're gonna see a lot of it, but it's understanding and taking our perspective and knowing this has come to the surface so it doesn't happen again. So thank goodness. Hey KB8 Cool Truck, good to see you. And with that, we move into July. So July is the high priest. And this is showing the intend and create. So this is putting your intentions out to the world. You've seen all the dirty stuff. The world is airing its dirty laundry. And remember, it's not just in the US, this is worldwide. But with that, remember at this point, we've examined and we're seeing a lot of it. Now we decide, what do we want to do going forward? What do we want our world to look like? How do we want to create it? What do we want to put out to the world? And they keep bringing up heart energy. This is all about exposing that which is within the deep darkness, changing it, turning it around, and turning it into something amazing. Because we can do it. Because I said, this is about individual power. We as individuals can lend our personal power to the world. And that is what is so exciting for me. All of us will realize that we have that divine spark within us. And not all of us, so take that back. There are people that will never understand it, and that's fine. And Esplar Dark Art joined, good to see you. And with that, you have to realize that we have the ability as individuals to use that divineness, that multi-dimensionality in ourselves that each of us carry. Each and every one of us carry this. And I don't care what anybody says, we all have the ability to create in amazing ways. We can create what we want, but you have to remember, you can create chaos, or you can create drama, or you can create a loving society going forward. You can create a society that supports people creating new creations. A society that doesn't take people down for starting something new. So July is all about, what do you want? You've seen all the dirty stuff. You've seen the dirty laundry. What do you want going forward for this world and for yourself? Because as an individual, we are here to create with as much abundance as we possibly can, because the ones who understand our divinity, the ones who are understanding and connecting to that divinity, can create so much abundance. And with that, we then have the ability, if we choose, to help create ways for others to see that and move themselves forward. So the more we create and the more abundance we create for ourselves gives us the opportunity to help those who haven't figured it out yet. And that's what we're here. The people that are here for a reason. You're here to learn how to do things in massive ways and create what you want in life. And this is August. This is being honest. This is being brave and honest, and the night and moving yourself forward. And there's the rose coming in, which is all about love of self. This is having love of yourself and realizing that each and every one of you that are here came here to experience this. You came here to see, you know what, this world's going to change. And I'm going to be a part of it. And how exciting is it going to be that I get to play a part in history? We are literally changing the world as we speak. We are going into an era of understanding heart energy, understanding our connection to the divine, and understanding our connection to the earth with which we can provide everything we need. Everything we need is on this earth. We have to look with a new perspective, and there's going to be a lot of new inventions coming forward that are going to help us in this aspect. Medical inventions, inventions with technology, inventions with or all of our engines and different things there, inventions with our fuel and our power grid. And that's part of what we're going to be going through a lot of the second half of the year there. And because this one's fun. So this is September. So if you see the feather on here, this is that divine aspect coming through. There's also all of these geometric designs. This is our connection to the universe. So this This says, guardian angel, you are not alone. There's a double meaning to this card. This is our spirit guides, our helpers, all those on the other side coming in to help us. And they are helping us in waves. I mean, literally, it feels like the whole other universe is coming down to like, hey, let's give these guys a boost. Let's be their cheering team. Let's be there for this. Will this be posted somewhere? Well, it was supposed to be posted on my Facebook Live and on Instagram Live. I'm hoping that it will work and it will stay up on Instagram Live. So I should have it it should be in my Instagram feed under live feeds. You should be able to watch it later. So with this is kind of my exciting thing. So in September, this is all about also understanding and having the ability of reaching other dimensions in the universe. So this is universal energy. Some of you call them ETs. Some of you call them UFOs. But this is more of that energy coming online for us to help us. And this is nothing scary, believe me. I've had different contact, and it is an amazing revelation for me, because it was something I was kind of like, oh, at first. I mean, years ago. But now I'm like, I understand it. And this is all about understanding. These are people like us, may look a little different, but they're here to help us move forward too. Because what's happening in the world now is, as we expand our consciousness, I mean, think about how many more people are talking about so many different things. And look at the History Channel. And I don't know if I can say that on here, oh God. You know, one of those different shows. If you look at a lot of the shows that are being put on in the, a lot of them dealing with things on the other side. It's like ghost hunting. Now there's all UFOs. And this is everything all over different channels that are posting all of these, because everybody's interested in it. Why is it coming up? Why are so many people interested? It's because it's coming online. It's because they're getting us ready. It's because they're making it where we're not fearful and getting things out of the dark. It's taking the fear that we've been told about all those things and understanding it's nothing to be feared. It's to be embraced. And that is something that's going to be coming up more towards the end of the year. This is September, if I'm correct in my months here. This is September. So this is understanding. More of that is going to be brought out. More of that is going to be brought out in the open. But it's so we can understand it and understand the part we play in this universe. We are not alone. There is energies around us on the earth that we walk on. If you could open your eyes and expand your perspective just a little bit, you would see all the energies that walk the earth with us, and you would be amazed. And they've been there all this time. Have they harmed you so far? No. The earth has expanded in so many ways. Why is it when you walk outside you feel so much better and lighter? Because you're connecting to that earth energy. And that earth energy is to be connected to more and more as we go on. Because that earth energy recharges our batteries. It's there for us. And this is October. This is taking action. So this is looking past the whole year, looking at everything and going, what can I do? And I don't want to hear one thing out of any of you saying, what can one person do? Can one person make a difference? Heck yes, they can. Each and every one of us can make a difference in this world. And all we've got to do is be ourselves. Be our divine selves. Be our divine aspect of ourselves. That is what we are here to do. So this is all about what can we do. We've seen all the chaos. We've seen the dirty laundry aired. Now, what can we do to bring it forward? What can we do to help make those changes on a personal level? What can we do